What's up guys, my name is Brandon, you guys can call me Swifterrs, and welcome back to a brand new zombies video. First off, I wanted to apologize for not uploading over these past couple of days, but today's video is super cool because we're going to be taking a look at 5 things that noobs do in Call of Duty Zombies. Now let me know in the comment section below if I happen to miss anything that you guys have personally experienced while you're playing with inexperienced or noobish-like players. So again, let me know in the comment section below, and I may just do a follow-up video to this one if you guys enjoy it. With all of that being said, let's get started with today's video, taking a look at 5 things that noobs do in Call of Duty Zombies. Alright guys, now the first thing that noobs do is pretty self-explanatory and it's rather common. It's something that happens a lot, and that is opening up the wrong door. Now opening up the wrong door can completely mess up the entire flow of the game, and oftentimes it may cause the entire lobby to have to restart. Now when I'm playing with 4 players, I personally prefer to camp in one area or one room in the map. The reason why is because I think that when everyone runs their own individual trains in completely different areas of the map, it really slows the pace of the game down. The rounds last a lot longer, and if someone were to go down, it makes it a lot more difficult to revive someone, and that's why I personally prefer, when I'm playing with 4 players, to camp in one room. Now, specific maps have extremely good 4-player camping spots. The first one that comes to mind, in my opinion, is Ascension in the Juggernog area, or Kino der Toten. There are specific windows that only one person needs to watch, and the other 3 players can focus their attention at the horde of zombies in the front. If a noobish type player opens up the wrong door on either of those maps, or honestly, any other map in Zombies, it can completely mess up the entire flow of the game, because zombies could be spawning from every possible direction and potentially surround your entire team. Now the next thing that noobs do is spend money on the wrong thing, and this is something that really irritates me because oftentimes I feel like I know what's best for a particular player more than they do, and I know that sounds a little bit weird, but I've played zombies for a very long time, and whenever I play with public lobbies and I play with randoms, or even when I play with my friends who really aren't that good at zombies, I know what's best for them sometimes, and when people spend money on the wrong thing, it's extremely irritating. Now what I mean by spending money, or spending points more so, on the wrong thing is when a noob buys Juggernog over a gun, or a gun over Juggernog. There are certain circumstances when Juggernog is necessary over a weapon, or a weapon is more so necessary over Juggernog, or when a noob buys the wrong perks. He buys 4 perks and he doesn't even buy Juggernog. Now this is something that's extremely circumstantial. It depends on what map you're playing, how difficult that map is, and honestly, what round you're on. In some scenarios, it may be better to purchase a gun on an earlier round as opposed to getting Juggernog, because with a gun, you can get a lot more points. If you buy Juggernog and you don't have a gun, and you go down, it completely defeats the purpose of purchasing Juggernog in the first place. Now on to the next point in regard to individuals spending points on the wrong thing, is when noobs buy 4 perks and they don't even buy Juggernog. They purchase perks like Quick Revive, Deadshot Daiquiri, Speed Cola, and Double Tap. Now although these perks could be super beneficial, if you don't have Juggernog with them, you're definitely going to go down, and this is essential because oftentimes inexperienced players really need Juggernog to survive. Now the next thing that noobs do is somewhat similar to the previous in that they spend money on the wrong thing. This is when they pack-a-punch bad weapons. Now the reason why this is so similar is because it's a waste of points. They're spending money and they're spending points on something that they really shouldn't. I've seen players upgrade really bad weapons like the Shiva, like the Kuda, and like the Pharaoh. Again, it's a really poor choice in spending money, especially when they trade the weapon that they eventually upgraded for something that's extremely decent, like a Man of War, like the HVK, like the Brecci, or the Haymaker. It's definitely something that would contribute to them going down at a later point in time just because they don't have good weapons to kill the zombies, which is why I thought that it should be put on this list. Now the next thing that noobs do while playing zombies is pretty self-explanatory, and I was contemplating not even putting it on this list because it's so basic, and that is grabbing a max ammo before everyone is reloaded. Now the reason why I decided to put it on this list is because I assumed I would get comments telling me that this thing should have been added to the list. So that's why I've decided to put it here, and although it's not very detrimental to the overall gameplay, oftentimes when a player grabs a max ammo before all of the other players players have reloaded, the players that don't receive full ammo get pretty mad at the person who grabbed the max ammo. Now for the most part, if you have an unreloaded weapon, you're still going to get the majority of your shots back, but if you're in the process of throwing a monkey bomb or a little Arnie and someone picks up the max ammo, you're probably not going to receive full ammunition on your little Arnie or your monkey bomb, which is why I've decided to add it onto the list. Now the final thing in today's video that noobs do is when they lie to their other teammates. So what I mean by that is when experienced players ask another player that is the noob if they know Easter egg steps on a map and they say yes. If they don't actually know the Easter egg steps and they say yes, this is something that can completely mess up the entire game. Now don't get me wrong, it's completely okay if someone doesn't know any Easter egg steps in a map and they don't know how to upgrade certain things like the bows under Eisendrock or even how to build the staffs on Origins. That's completely fine. If they're open with their teammates about it before the game even starts, then their teammates can help them. But if they lie to the teammates saying that they know how to do certain things in a map, like build the bows, like upgrade the ultimate staffs, and really just do the overall Easter egg in any particular map, if they don't actually know how to do it, their teammates could be relying on them to complete certain steps, and the noob doesn't know how to actually do them. Now this is important because if this person told his other teammates at the very beginning of the map that he doesn't know how to do the Easter egg, his teammates from the get-go could have helped him, but they've played the game for a little bit, they're pretty deep into the Easter egg progress as a whole, but the noob doesn't know what he needs to do in regard to the Easter egg. He doesn't know his role, he doesn't know when he needs to press a certain button or do a certain thing, and this completely messes up the entire flow of the Easter egg. And the reason why I've decided to include it in today's video on this list is because it's something that I've personally experienced. Overall, guys, there you have it, 5 things that noobs do in Call of Duty Zombies. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anything else that you guys know of that noobs do while they're playing zombies. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know if you guys would like a follow-up to this one. Overall, be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new. With all of that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later.